Alright, we are going to try to, well, for starters, welcome back to Roy Family Farms. I'm Chris. We've got Amelia here. Claire's sitting on the lawnmower in the background. But we are going to try to get this chicken tractor finally finished. And that kind of hurt. There's a screw poking through a little bit there. But we're going to try to get it finished today because we've got some chicks that are pretty big. They need to be out of the brooder. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this hardware cloth. I think it's quarter-inch. I think the quarter-inch squares. We were only able to get it in 10-foot lengths. It's 10 foot by 2 foot. But let's get it started. Alright, we already, since these are 10-foot sections, we're just going to use one to go across the back. It'll overlap on the sides here. We just measured, this is actually 5'3" across the back. So we measured 2'3", so it'll have an overlap on each side on the back. As you can see, we got all the hardware cloth finished on this. Started putting the arches on it, which, like we talked about before, it's 3/4 inch electrical EMT pipe. We got the front and the back on. You want to do the front and the back, and then you'll put the ridge pole that goes across. That way you have something for the center to kind of hang on, so you don't really have to hold it. And if you bend them to where they're a little bit narrower than this, they kind of hold themselves a little bit. And that's how you're able to manage, especially with this back one. The front one, you can have it leaning up against the door frame. But what we're going to do here now is we've got the strapping that we're going to need for the ridge pole. And because it's flat, you kind of want to push it up in the arch, try to be in the center. And then we're going to go ahead and mark where we're going to drill holes to screw it in. If I can, keep moving on me. And we've got a donkey freaking out over there. How does that look? Just has to kind of be in the ballpark. A Sharpie would work a lot better, but I don't feel like going inside for a Sharpie.
What's a Sharpie?
A permanent marker. Alright, so we will go ahead and drill the holes here.
Hi.
And then I'm going to have to find some screws. Actually, no. We will use our center punch. That way the drill bit doesn't walk on us. The spring-loaded center punch, you can get them at any hardware store. They're the cheapest at Harbor Freight, though. They're, see, is that? Let me double check this. I think we might be slightly off a bit. No, that looks like that's probably about right. Now we're good to go to drill this. We'll double check. We got the conduit strap all secured over there. We have the end flush with that. I've already, what I did is I went ahead and I marked it off here. We're going to go ahead and cut this down, which you can do a few different methods to cut it. You can just go ahead and use an angle grinder, a hacksaw. I got a small pipe cutter here that I actually, and it's walking a little bit, I think. Yeah, I actually got this when I was still riding BMX, and I would use it to cut handlebars down. Normally I just use an angle grinder, but I don't really feel like busting that thing out right now. If you've never used one of these, the trick is to go over it about 2 or 3 times and tighten it a little bit more after each pass, and you just slowly work your way through. And the blade on this is actually pretty dull. It's been used probably to cut, oh, and we're through. It's been, be careful about that, cut my finger. Was not anticipated being through yet, but you got this little reamer to get any burrs, which really, with this, it ain't that big of a deal. But yeah, the trick is to just kind of slowly go through it. Yeah, and I'm bleeding pretty good somehow. It barely bumped me. If you would like to get me a paper towel, that'll be fine. I appreciate it. Such a sweetheart, Amelia. There we go. Yeah, that thing's bleeding pretty good for that little whack. It wasn't much of anything. It's not too much blood, but I didn't think I was going to be bleeding. A little bit that way. Yeah, what we'll do, we'll go ahead, drill a hole all the way through, and we'll screw up into this, and it'll just make it just that much more secure. And then we'll get the third arch, do the same thing with the strapping, mark our 2 holes, center punch, drill them, secure it, and then we'll be, what? Yeah, then we'll just have man, I am having a hard time getting words out and thinking. Then we will be ready for the chicken wire. Only took me about 100 times to get it through, but, I guess let's do it. Alright, now that we got it cut, we've got this in place here. What we'll do, we'll drill a hole all the way up through this one and into this one. So we'll have a screw going through the strapping, through the ridge pole, and into the arch. It'll just make it a lot more stronger and more secure, especially because we're going to hang a feeder and water on there. So it'll just help keep these 2 screws from pulling through. You'll have 3 going in there, so it should be really secure. The other chicken tractor, we actually had 4 arches, which I planned on doing on this, and I screwed up bending one of them. So we're just gonna go with 3, and it should be fine. And it's only 7 foot long, so it's not. We don't have a huge gap between the arches, so But yeah, we'll go ahead, we'll drill these holes, we'll get a third arch, do the same thing, and then we'll be ready for the chicken wire. We got the ridge pole in place now. The screw head broke off on that. Not the most ideal, but it should be good. It should be secure enough. And if not, we'll have to figure it out from there. But with the arches, which I just realized I didn't film any of that. With the arches, you have your line where you start at your bend on the conduit. You just have that about flush right there. Take your center punch. You don't want it to be where you have the where you've notched out the wood where that joint is. You want to go below that, because since that's thinner, you could have some splitting and all that, and it'll affect the structural integrity of the tractor. So you just have this about center of the 2x and start getting your just take your center punch. Come on. It may be about time to get a new one. I've had this for a while. It doesn't like to reset like... Come on, chicken, get out of here. Doesn't like to reset like it should. Come on. There we go. Let me run this chicken out of the shop. Come on, get. Well, keep your ladies out of here, dude. We'll come over, we'll do the same thing over here. That way, all we gotta do is drill and put the screws in. Come on. Yeah, just like 3 or 4 times for each spot works. Come on, chicken. Get. So we're going to get to it. I'm going to turn the fan on. You won't be able to hear anything, but it helps keep the chickens away. I'm sick of chasing them out of here. So I'll turn the fan on, and then you'll just see me get this done. take a look, make sure it's relatively even. Now the bend might not be exact. Sometimes you'll be off a little bit when you bend it, so it may not end up being perfectly straight up and down. But you just want it close. It's up to you. Now we're just going to get that center strap and then it'll be chicken wire time.
Will be chicken wire time? I have to put it right here. I'm going to get my suit on right. That's easier.
Yeah.
I can go on roots and anything because there's probably going to be cobwebs.
That's just what everybody wanted to hear. We're recording, dude. Alright, we got these arches on. All secure, sturdy. And I think I'm going to call it for the day. I don't know, I'm just not. I haven't really been too enthused about this project. I don't know, it's something about chicken wire. It just, chicken wire and hardware cloth, it just irritates the heck out of me. I hate working with it. So I've really been putting this off, and I shouldn't be putting it off anymore, but I'm going to call it for the day. So this will be part 3 chicken tractor build. I think I planned on just doing 3 parts, but it's going to be a 4-part series. We got it this far. The part 4 will be the making of the door, and then fully closing this in and throwing the tarp on it, and the wheels. We're going to put wheels on it. I don't know if we'll have the eyes put on it in that or not, but that's straightforward enough. You drill a hole through, you put the eye through, you have a washer on each side, a nut, a lock washer. You get the picture. It's pretty simple, and then you just hook your rope to it to be able to pull it.
Chickens?
But
you put chicken poop all on this.
Yes, chickens poop everywhere.
And I need a bigger suitor.
Do you?
Look.
You know you can raise those bars, right?
How?
Come here. Helpless. Here, come here. And where is it? Hold on. You have left this in the rain, haven't you? If I can get it to start to move. You got it rusted in there, kiddo. Alright, we're going to have to WD-40 that. You're going to have to wait, okay?
Okay, what's WD-40?
It's a lubricant. Here, come on, take it. But yeah, that's going to be it for now, folks. Until next time, have a good one. Please like, subscribe, and share. See you later.